Trojan family, Trojan gang. What it do, y'all? What it do, y'all? Now y'all know we got enter in the chat, Peyton Dyer. I told y'all yesterday he was coming, right? Bingo, right? I thought it was gonna be like on Monday and Tuesday, but nah, he pulled that trigger now. You know what I'm saying? 4-star DB out of Atlanta, Georgia. And what I like about this kid the most, is that he's a very aggressive, confident corner. I love press corners. That shows ultimate overconfidence in your ability, agility, and speed. You don't feel no need to give no cushion. You feel you can run with anybody. And I feel like the kid run like a 4.4, right? Press corner, 6'1", 190. Short tackler in the field. Like, he ain't missing no tackles. Great cover corner, and he can come down and support the run game. He remind me of like a Jalen Smith, the way he plays the run game. To me, he like a blend of a Jalen Smith, Braylon Conley type DB. I love Peyton Dyer in his film. He's a baller, and I love what he said when he committed. You know what I'm saying? I love what he said when he committed. He said he going to the real USC. You know, at first he was committed to South Carolina, and I always be on Twitter going at it with the South Carolina fans. Who the real USC? Shout out to them. Those are all in fun. But this DB room is elite now. Look, y'all, I see the vision. I see the vision, right? With Dyer, Elbert Hill, and Madden Reardon, them are smaller corners, you know, 6'0" and shorter, right? 6'1", I think Dyer 6'1", right? But Dyer, Madden, and Hill gonna be our nickels, and Madden Reardon can play safety as well. And Elbert Hill and Peyton Dyer, they could play corner as well. But I think for this room, to get everybody on the field, we gonna use their versatility. So like I said, Madden Reardon, I saw him on a USC podcast, and he's saying that they gonna use him at nickel and safety, right? Elbert Hill at 5'11", in his attributes, I feel like he could play DB and he could play nickel, or not necessarily nickel. He's a 5'11" speed guy. You know, they had clocked him at 22.5 miles per hour. Madden Reardon, Elbert Hill, and Peyton Dyer could get on one of them, the short, shifty receivers. You know, the smaller receivers, the Van Spafford types. The short, shifty, quick guys, Madden Reardon, Peyton Dyer, Elbert Hill, go get them, right? And then for the taller receivers like the Jacoby Lanes or Jeremiah Smith, right? You got Joshua Holland, who's 6'2", 6'3", and you got Brandon Lockhart, who's 6'2", 6'3". So this class got great balance. And then you got RJ Sherman. I know he reclassified, but how I'm looking at this is 17-year-old kids committed to USC. So all these kids, RJ Sherman's, Lockhart, Holland, Reardon, Dyer, they all 16, 17-year-olds. They all 16, 17-year-olds. And it's a perfect balance. RJ Sherman's is a combination of all of them. RJ Sherman's probably the highest rank, probably with the most potential. You know, he like what, 6'2", 6'1". He could play inside, outside. You could put him on fast, shifty receivers because his speed. You could put him on taller receivers because his athletic ability. He could do both at a high level. And then the rest of these guys provide elite skill sets. Like I said, Brandon Lockhart, he's 6'3", and he also could play press on taller receivers. So we got DB for tall receivers. We got DBs for short and quick and shifty receivers. This DB room got everything you need, and this class is trending upon historic, especially in the DB room. RJ Sherman was in some ranks was the #1 corner in the country. Elbert Hill, the #1 corner in Ohio, right? And then B. Lock and Josh Holland, ballers, 4 stars. That's really underrated, right? So this class got everything. We got the short guys that could get the small and shifties with the Reardons and the Hills and the Dyers. Then if you got bigger and physical receivers, we got Sermons, we got Lockhart, we got Joshua Holland. So some fans was on on social media like USC is taking too many DBs. How can they play 5 corners? They were saying, how can USC play 5 corners? Where Brandon Lockhart commented and said, the scheme that we run play 4 or 5 DBs on the field at one time. He said, I think people confuse DBs with cornerbacks, right? So now we got 5 DBs because they all can play multiple positions. B-Lock told me he started off playing safety. Madden Reardon, nickel safety type, right? Peyton Dyer, nickel D corner type, right? So this room is elite, and no, we ain't got enough. We losing 5 DBs next year. We losing D-Nick, we losing Prophet Brown, we losing Harvey, we losing Ramsey, we losing Fitzgerald. So nah, this ain't too many DBs. We need all these bodies. Peyton Dyer, welcome to the room. Welcome to the family. I like how this kid talking. I like what he said. He said, man, I didn't even think I was going to like USC this much. Came and blew him off his feet, man. Came and blew him off his feet. Now, I got a video in the cut. Thinking about releasing it. I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all want to hear me explain the process that the NIL is going to go through to determine whether your NIL deal is legitimate, right? Because that's what this new clearinghouse basically means to USC and other schools as far as when it goes to NIL and getting players, is they going to want to verify these deals and contracts and see if it's fair. And to see if it's fair, they have a process, right? They have a 12-step process. If you want me to do a video on that and explain to y'all what the process is, just let me know in the comments, man. And until then, man, if you ain't subscribed, boy, man, you better subscribe and hit that like. YouTube hating on my views and my algorithms. Get Carter Sports back cracking, man. But until then, let me know if y'all want that video. I already got it made in the cut. This ain't go, and I'ma drop it. Until then, man, I'm gone.